Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Combian Combat Sports Edition. We are joined here by fight expert, UFC bare knuckle boxing, just the guy who understands violence. Christopher
Violence.
Combian himself in the house. Chris, what is going on, buddy? Love the facial hair. You're looking extra powerful. How are
That's
you?
right. That's right. It's a little leftover from No Shave November. We
Love it.
went the goofy route and we're just continuing it for no reason at all because we can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? Well, Chris, there was a weekend of fights that took place here in the UFC. We got it popping down on the ticker there because we're a fancy show like that, guys. That's right. But
That's right.
also,
UFC 296 happened this last Saturday. And
yep.
there was a lot of decisions. Our boy Leon Edwards retained his welterweight title by decision. Kobe didn't really have that great a performance. Who knows why? Anyway,
Well, before
that
we hop into all
happened.
that is that we'll be covering that as well as some bare knuckle boxing that took place a couple weeks ago, 56. And that's why, guys, with all this kind of great fight coverage plus other fight just coverage in general, you should be liking and supporting our content. Shout out to all the new subscribers who just came in over the weekend. We had a huge weekend for Sports by Compy and tons of new subscribers. Thank you, guys. Continue to like and share our content, please. But yeah, let's hop into this. UFC, two something or another?
296.
296.
So yeah, oh my god, poor Bryce Mitchell, dude. Bryce Mitchell got knocked the fuck out. My man Josh Emmett laid a ridiculous TKO on him, like a one-shot TKO that had him on the ground and like twitching, like he was convulsing. Oof. Which occasionally happens when someone gets like super knocked out.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it. It's not great.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking 2.
It was absolutely insane. It was one of the like craziest one punch, KOs.
Oh, tough day for Mr. Mitchell at the office. What about Josh? Is this a couple wins for him in a row now? Where's he stand as far as?
Well, actually, he's coming off a couple losses. He's definitely up in the top echelon, and actually, one of the shows we did was covering him losing to our boy Yair Rodriguez.
I do think
Yair Rodriguez put it on him. That may or may not have been his last fight. I don't know. I'm not that good a fan, but something like that. Like, he's coming off some losses, but he's only losing to top dudes.
Okay.
And Bryce Mitchell's a dangerous dude, but he's definitely more of a ground player. And he's a very colorful character. We love him in the MMA community because he's a lot of fun. He's super hopped up on Jesus and flat earth, and he's got all kinds of wild ideas.
Oh, he sounds awesome.
Oh my god, dude. He's a lot of fun.
He does have he has so a mullet too, right?
What's that?
He has a mullet too, doesn't he?
Not a mullet.
No, you're right.
He's country as fuck.
Hell yeah,
like he has the camo shorts on purpose. Like he's country as hell.
Good for him, man. Well, moving on to Patty Mick. Like, what's funny about this dude is I feel like we maybe even made a short out of this in one of our previous videos. We covered Mr. Tony Ferguson hopping in the ring and getting fed to some other young lion.
Oh, well, okay. So last time we talked, Tony Ferguson got beat, not killed. Thankfully, he's still with us. Bless you, Tony Ferguson. We love you. But anyway, he got murked in like the last 20 seconds of the fifth round against Bobby Green. He got slept. He didn't even tap. He went to fucking sleep, which is how Tony rolls. But anyway, this time around, he got beat by decision, which is unfortunate. But, that's how UFC rolls. They feed the old legends to the young up-and-coming bucks. And Paddy Pimblett's a rising star for them.
Okay. All right.
So,
and how do you look in this one? I went to the decision. What do you think? Did he look kind of? Should he have been able to finish this old lion? What do you think?
I mean, now that he's getting into the upper echelon of the division, he's not exactly roaring through them or anything. And Tony Ferguson is a lot to handle, dude. He's a canny old lion. So
yeah.
It's the fact that he lasted 5 rounds with him, came out on top. That's good. That's good. Yeah. He's putting it together. He's coming up, the lad.
All right. Well, moving on from Mr. Patty McBatty or whatever the hell they're calling him.
Yeah.
We have a gentleman. What's that? Is that South Korea?
Yeah. That's one of the Mongolian madmen.
Mongol. Okay, Mongol.
Shavkat Rachmanov.
Have we seen a lot of Mongolians running through the
super
UFC?
Dangerous. And actually, big props to Steven for taking that fight, because he's definitely on the back 9 of his career, and this dude is like this hot, undefeated, roaring up the rankings prospect. So Mad Ball is just taking that fight. But
hey, what's going on here? So they're allowing sponsors back on shorts again? So, like, my man has Crypto.com, like...
Yeah, well, Crypto is a sponsor. Now it's no longer...
Reebok?
The fighters getting paid. It's the promotion. For example, they do Crypto.com. They do Monster, like Champions, wear Monster on their shorts.
Gotcha.
It's like... the company took on the sponsorship umbrella and put it on. Yeah. It started with Reebok, and everyone hated Reebok for it. And now they moved on to Venom, which, now they're no longer, talking about what Venom's paying the fighters.
Yeah.
But, basically, back in the wild old days, dudes would be showing up with like ammo.com on their shorts and Condom Depot.
Let's go, baby.
And, Tilted Kilt, which is, it's just a Hooter. It's a chain like Hooters. It's just like beer and wings and sports served by like hot chicks. It's just like a Hooters derivative. It's hilarious. And dudes used to like have all these sponsors on their shorts that were directly paying them. Like I remember fucking Brendan Schaub. Yeah. Brendan Schaub was an especially good businessman, dude. He said he would make like $400K a night off just the sponsors on his shorts.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, so that was the good old days when lads used to make money on sponsorship. Now it's like the UFC was just like, no, why are you being cut out of all that money? We'll just handle that. Yeah, here's what you wear when you go in there. You don't get to bring your own shit in a bag.
That sucks. It is more mainstreamed, but then pay them more like a mainstream.
It's what they wanted. Company. They wanted all to look more uniform. Like they wanted it to look like football, where everyone's suited up.
That's what I was just saying. So it's more uniform, and that makes sense. But then pay them like these guys in the NFL and NBA and even the NHL, man. Like, come on.
I mean, also, dudes are getting rich in this sport. Like, if you make the right moves and you win the right fights, like there's money to be made here.
For sure.
And like you can throw shade at the UFC for what they pay their fighters, and I do it myself. I do. I'm right there with you. But you know what? No one else is paying more. Well, okay.
Yeah, none of the other promotions.
Wait. So there's the argument of PFL, which does some kind of tournament where the champion wins $1 million.
Okay.
But outside of that, and that's like one fucking guy makes $1 million.
Yeah, the rest of them
a lot of dudes don't.
That's a fair point. It just seems like they are blowing up and they're making quite enough that you could afford to pay them more. But Yeah, I hear you.
You know what, dude? And it's always a little behind for the people that actually bring the sport forward. You know how this is. Even in football, the owners and everybody else got paid first, and then finally it was undeniable and it trickled down to the gentleman.
100%. No, for sure.
I'm guessing in the next 5 years, there'll be a shift. But for now, this is what we have, and dudes are willing to show up and bleed for it. So it is what it is.
Get in there, man. Speaking of people bleeding, we got Alexandro defending his belt.
Well, let's move on from the UFC event. Like I said, Leon retained his title. The rest of it was some nice decisions. It was cool. We covered Sean Strickland attacking DDP, right?
No, we did not.
So, fight of the night goes to our middleweight champion, Sean Strickland, who was actually seated in the crowd for the evening.
Oh, wow.
And in UFC's infinite wisdom, they put Dricus du Plessis, our boy DDP from South Africa, they put him a couple rows behind Sean Strickland. And, somehow it gets to them like talking to each other over the seats.
Right. And, friendly talk, I assume, right?
What's that? Oh,
like,
yeah.
Nice, they're
nice,
both, respectful things
they're
back
both
and forth.
Pit bulls.
Yeah.
And they got the pit bulls on the side of the pit, letting them smell the blood. So, of course, they're going to be real friendly with each other, right?
Of course. No, that's a good time.
And, of course, they want to sell the next fight, which DDP is the number one contender. He definitely is. He was the contender before Strickland stepped in, like, super short notice to fight Israel. And took the belt off him. Anyway, so they're exchanging words, and Sean Strickland politely asks, "Who's the Brazilian kid's wife? The 170 dude, for fuck's sake." So he politely asks the woman beside him if he can step on her seat. She moves out of the way, and he launches himself off this seat like 2 rows over to attack our boy DDP. And of course they're split up fairly fast, but it's an excellent promotion for them fighting for the 185 title. That's pretty much sealed right there. And our boy Sean Strickland does it in style. He's such a lovely lad. He's so great. So one fight that dropped off of 296 was Ian Gary versus Vicente Luque. And what's fun about this is Ian Gary has... so let me put it this way. A handful of weeks ago, our lovely middleweight champion, Sean Strickland, discovers that Ian Gary's wife wrote this book about it's like a helpful guide to women on how to marry a rich athlete, how to like snatch up an athlete. Yeah. And just kind of live off him, and it's sold on Amazon. Yeah. And also what's really fun about all this is her ex-wife, Ian Gary's wife's ex-husband is Ian Gary's nutritionist. So he's like still around. He's still in the orbit. He's in the picture. So she's got this book out. She's got this, ex-husband who's his nutritionist. And so Sean Strickland, being Sean Strickland, was just like, "Yo, brosif, the fuck's going on over there, man? That's kind of weird." And this set shit on fire. Like, it was absolutely nuts. There was even a little interaction at the UFC Apex Center in Vegas, where Ian Gary and Sean were both doing media for the event, and Ian Gary was so mad about it, like he made it like super awkward and was like mean mugging the fuck out of Sean. And so Sean just makes another video because that's how he rolls. He's like, let's talk about this, bro. You mean mugging me in the Apex? Let's talk about it. So he's basically like, whatever, bro. Like, I basically just feel sorry for you. But, like, if you want to fight about it, like, let's figure out a weight or something. I don't know. I'm fucking Sean Strickland. I'll fight you in a cage if you want. So, anyway.
Good old drama being there.
Ian Gary ducks out of his fight, claiming pneumonia. So, yeah, I think he got, like, pneumonia of the mind. Like, he just was mentally fucked.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Sean Strickland just doing
Sean Strickland, dude. He is so lovable. He's the best. Like, the first time I even became aware of him, like, I didn't really know who he was. And then, like, a couple of years ago, some video surfaced where, like, he's in training, like, sparring with this like short fat guy with a mustache who's like some kind of jiu-jitsu guy, and he's like walking away from the dude like, no bro, I'm done with you, I'm good. And short fat jiu-jitsu guy whose name is Orlando something, I really can't be bothered with the rest of it, he's a fat putz, but he's walking after him all like meathead, like, no, come on dude, come on, let's just. And Sean's like, no dude, I'm not gonna, like, get all weird and bloody with you. I'm not into it. And he's like, no, come on, man. Like, come back. It's like super weird. So anyway, we're a little training footage and we're like, who the fuck is Sean Strickland? Next thing you know, he's winning a pile of fights and he's a champion. So
I think the first I became aware of Sean Strickland was a video of him on UFC Reddit. And it was him like giving a tour of his house. And it was like this apartment, dude. It looked like the typical divorced husband living by himself,
bro, with a shitload of guns,
happy as shit. Like, yeah, I think those guns and like no furniture, like just nothing really, like just like these times, like not much of anything in the 2000s. He's just like, yeah, so we're just here, I'm like,
he lives at the gym, dude.
And then next thing you know, he's just fucking taking titles.
He's constantly at the gym.
It was pretty funny, but shout out to Sean Strickland.
Shout out Sean Strickland. We appreciate you, buddy. But anyway, moving on from Strickland, let's briefly check in with our boy Conor McGregor because he's up to mischief in Ireland.
Yeah. Before we get to these bare knuckle fellows, that sounds good to me.
We'll get to the bare knuckle after.
What's up to good old Conor?
So, Ireland, is having some weird little riots over there. And Conor, of course, like gets involved.
Good.
He's like, we're at war. And the PM's like, hey, buddy, we don't fucking like you. You calm down and such. And Conor's all like, oh, yeah, fucker, how about I come take your job? So he's talking about going to be PM of Ireland, which he could totally do, dude. He's fucking Conor McGregor. He's not here to take part. He's here to take over. If he calls Ireland to his banner, these politicians are fucked, bro. He can call Ireland to his banner.
He really can, though. Like, honestly, it's not crazy to think that he really could win it. Like,
dude, I would love to. I don't even
that
like
would be
Conor.
Fucking hilarious. Is he?
But I would love to see him take the politicians' shit, bro. That would make my fucking year if he took their things.
Oh yeah, why not? Like,
oh, that would be the best. Anyway,
so
bless you, Conor. We're behind you again. Go get him, Conor.
Fucking Conor. That's hilarious.
Fucking guy.
Moving over to bare knuckle boxing.
Anyway, off to bare knuckle.
Of course, just the best sponsor ever in OnlyFans. I just love that about them. We've mentioned it here on the pod before, but it's worth bringing up again. God bless you, OnlyFans as sponsors.
So since we started with OnlyFans, let's start right in on the women's title fight, since Beck Rollins is gonna wear OnlyFans across her big fake tits.
Nice.
And the dead truth is, I don't blame her for it, because it's where her bread is buttered. Like, she fights once in a blue moon. I mean, also, she's on the back nine of her career. Like, she's not a spring chicken anymore, and she spent her prime throwing hands with ladies. Like, she's definitely had her fair share of fights. She had a good little MMA career. Even in bare knuckle, she did decent. She was a champion for a minute.
So this isn't bad for her. It's basically she's just promoting on her way out. We love it for her.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Little hot Australian chick.
I don't think she really cared that much about this fight. Of course, everyone wants to win.
Sierra looks like a bad motherfucker. She looks scary.
Oh, yeah.
Look at her, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to fuck with her. 8-1, Jesus.
Yeah, no, she is nasty. And you know what, dude? This is really un-PC, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I think lesbians might have an advantage in combat sports. It seems like they're really fucking nasty at this, dude.
I mean, I don't know if that's... Yeah, no, I don't know if that's non-PC to say. It seems kind of like almost... Aren't, probably 95% of them probably lesbian? Like, not to be an asshole here. And we don't know.
It's not that high, dude. It's really not. No, it isn't. It isn't.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, the handful of them in there are fucking gnarly. Like Jessica Andrade, she just ripped some chick a new asshole recently.
And like the champion over there at UFC, the one that retired, we covered the whole thing on her, Amanda.
Amanda Nunes. Yes. Yep. Yes, exactly, dude. She's another big one for it. And Cyborg, come on, Cyborg's at least gay, if not a full-on man.
All right. Well, with that great coverage there, did you watch any of these other fights here?
So this one here, what's funny about this is just some little prelim fight, right?
Yeah.
So this guy with the beard and the chest tattoo, dude, he's tall and jacked and super dangerous looking and has this big record in MMA, and he's a local boy. And then in walks this short, fat, kind of bald guy, in Mexican shorts, and they're like, oh shit, they're just feeding the local boy a feeder fish. And then this dude in Mexican shorts proceeds to put this fucker on his face, dude. It's hilarious. The first round is kind of the big bearded guy goes in there all fucking confident, whatever, little feeder fish, I'm gonna nom you. And he learns respect in the first round. He's like, oh shit, this little fucker is dangerous. He has 6-inch reach advantage on him. And then not only that, but he goes and gets tired, the goofy bastard. I don't know if he planned on ending this in 30 seconds or something, but he goes and gets tired, the stupid fuck. And the short fat guy's tired too. But still puts him on his fucking face, dude. It was pretty crazy. It was some David killing Goliath shit.
Tough day at the office for Mr. Fine Beard. I'm sure he'll recover though. Although, what is going on with this gentleman right here?
Oh my god, dude!
Oh Lord, look at this guy.
Was another super lopsided mess, dude.
At least this guy actually was a lopsided mess.
So the black gentleman, Moa.
Uh-huh.
He was in the NFL, bro. He apparently played for Miami and the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he might be the guy who punched. Maybe he's the guy who punched Gino.
He made it through college ball and got drafted to the NFL.
I wonder if he's the guy who punched Geno Smith in training camp back in the day.
Oh, you know this guy?
Well, I mean, there was a linebacker who punched Geno Smith in the locker room back in the
hilarious.
day, and I thought I heard about him ending up in some fight league or another. So I wonder.
Turns out he's still punching people.
If you know,
he's a fucking puncher.
Oh, that'd be awesome if it's him. Anyway, sorry. So go ahead.
Right. So, like I said, he had a couple cups of coffee in the NFL, and then now he's over here in BKFC, which is a really great place for athletes because they always say it's different from MMA, where like sometimes it goes to the ground, and wrestling, grappling is often very intense and tiring. But sometimes you find yourself in positions where you can catch your breath for a few minutes. And, boxing, you have the big pillow gloves. So you can kind of rest back in your guard and turtle up. Dude, in bare knuckle, there's no resting. There's no hiding.
Yeah.
You put your hands up, they can come right through. Dude, with bare knuckle, there is no protection. Like, it's like fighting without a shield.
Huh. Hey, shout out to your All Blacks shirt you got there. That's pretty cool.
That's
dude.
right.
I didn't quite notice that.
This kind of stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go to New Zealand. Love it. Out here.
That's right. That's right.
Nice.
Anyway.
All right, but yeah, I do believe this might be the gentleman who punched Geno Smith. We got to see. Did Mola punch?
Yeah. So anyway, so Moa just pieces this dude up. It turns out that this guy, Bercier, he's the older brother of a heavyweight who's actually doing pretty decent. So I don't know if they just kind of threw him a fight as like a gimme or he was willing. Because again, dude, I think most of these dudes are getting $3,000 to show up and another $3,000 if they win. So like, these dudes are getting their asses beat for $3,000.
Well, I mean, it's not a terrible day at the office for this guy. I mean,
right.
Yeah,
it looks like $3,000 is more than he makes in a long day's work. You're right.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Stevens over here just absolutely ripped to get the job done over Rivera.
Well, Stevens is a ex-UFC guy, dude.
Oh, okay.
Even Jimmy Riviera is. Both these lads are ex UFC fighters. They both had great careers and won plenty of fights. But the UFC is it's such a mill, bro. Like, they're constantly bringing up young, hungry savages.
Hard to stay in front.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, the truth is, I didn't see that particular fight because there's something wrong with the fucking app, and that fight takes you to the heavyweight fight, which was a really great fight. If you want to talk about that,
yeah, let's hop into it.
Although
there was one more heavyweight fight.
AJ Adams versus Mick Terrell. It's for the vacant heavyweight belt, which. Last we checked, dude, my boy Alan Belcher, also a UFC vet, Alan Belcher was the heavyweight champ. So where did he go? What happened? Like I said, you know what? I think he might be looking to fight Ngannou. I think he wants to box him. I think he's looking for high-paying boxing fights, to tell you the truth.
Makes sense. Well, yeah, if you're good enough to go do that, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway,
Tyrell pulls off the win here.
So he vacates the belt, and he beat AJ Adams for this belt, and AJ Adams beat Mick Terrell for the belt that Alan Belcher took off him. So it makes sense for them to fight for the belt.
And then this time Terrell gets the better of him.
Yeah. So really, Adams just got tired after the second round. Like he was doing good. he's got some crisp boxing, dude. Like he bloodied Mick up. Mick's a tough motherfucker. He's 8-1 in bare knuckle, and his only loss is to Adams losing that belt. So he was hungry to get that belt back, and he's just, you can tell he's that like tough old school British where like you pretty much got to put a stake through their heart to stop them. And nice. I saw the fight where Adams beat him, and he did, dude. He had the cardio to actually put it on him that time. This time, I don't know what happened, man. He showed up in like these sweet red leather trunks and like no cardio. Like I said, he was shot after the second round, and then the third round, he was just looking for a soft spot on the canvas. He wasn't into it anymore.
He wasn't into it anymore.
Yeah, no, he had 2 rounds, and that was it.
So Stewart gets a win here and retains his belt against Davis. I feel like we've covered Stewart before on this show.
Yeah, we talked about Stewart, dude. He's oh my god, I shouldn't be talking shit about a champion, but he's such a try-hard dude. He's like so cringe.
Oh, really?
Like when he's actually fighting, like, yeah, he's all forward and he has a lot of energy, and he gets blasted and keeps coming. Like, he's tough. Like, and that's enough to beat a lot of guys. And this dude Davis is like a sniper, dude. He he usually tends to just like crack dudes and they go down. And he definitely lit our boy Kai Stewart up. But he just kept coming.
And that was enough to get it done. But what do you mean he's like a tryhard? Is he like really like talks a lot in his interviews or whatever? Or
yeah, he like tries to be all like high energy and like, yeah, I'm gonna kick everyone's ass and everything. But like, he's from Montana, and I don't think he really knows how to do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to properly talk shit on the mic
but this guy's not pulling it off.
You defended a title, but he's definitely not good at it. It comes off as so cringe, dude. I don't know. It's hard to get behind.
Fair enough. Well, hey, step up your fucking trash talk, Stewart. All right.
Yeah, buddy. Winning championship belts is fine and all, but like, talk better shit, bro.
Do it better. God damn it. We're not impressed.
Fucking
main event was actually a middleweight fight. Perry versus Alvarez. What do we think about this one, Chris?
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude. Oh my god. My boy Mike Perry is in his element. He was born to beat motherfuckers up without gloves.
He looks so scary, dude.
Dude, oh my god, he's a juggernaut, bro. He's a fucking juggernaut. Like, he does not stop coming forward from second one. Like, Eddie Alvarez is an excellent boxer, bro. And he put it on display. And you know what? You can really tell just how good someone is without gloves, because you're really aiming your shots. You don't want to like land on someone's forehead with like your pinky knuckle. That's going to ruin your night. So
he's also very technical.
Dude, yes, he's really good. And it's funny about Eddie Alvarez. I watched him lose to Connor, and I watched him lose to I think Chandler whooped his ass. And dude, he's good. He's a bad motherfucker. He's super tough. He's just that little bit like not as good as the other guys. It's like, oh, Eddie's like so almost close, Eddie. It's like, oh, dude. So anyway, they start, and like I said, Mike Perry is immediately coming forward, just not even throwing punches. He's just coming forward because he's Mike Perry. And
of course,
You know how they say everyone wants to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster shit?
Sure.
Perry is the white dude that can say that. He is the only one because he is so fucking gangster, dude. He had a rapper singing as he came out.
Let's go.
Dude, he is so gangster. Anyway, he just comes at Eddie face first, and Eddie's lighting him up with some good shots. He's still like full of energy. He's a great boxer, tons of experience, like the big bright lights aren't going to wilt him.
Nice.
He's here for it. And the first round, he is lighting Perry up. He does some great fucking boxing. Dude, Perry isn't even bleeding. He never at any point stopped walking forward.
Wow. That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's the first round. The second round, Perry's still coming forward, only now he's throwing hard-ass punches. And he's landing some nice right hands. And Eddie's left eye like closes up like immediately from like one punch. His whole fucking eye immediately like, oh fuck, we're good.
Damage report.
We're done. So second round, Eddie is just backing up, doing boxing. And Perry is just doing juggernaut shit, coming forward, landing insanely hard punches. And so after the second round, Eddie's corner, like obviously the head corner guy, this like old bald guy, he's just like, no, we've seen enough. And the truth is, dude, he read it correctly. Eddie hit him with his absolute best shots. When he was enough. Full of energy and he hadn't been touched yet, and he gave him all he had, and Perry just ate it, nom nom nom, and kept coming forward and was juggernaut shit, bro. It's like disconcerting. Imagine fighting that, just like this battleship that just continues coming at you, shooting no matter what you hit it with. You cannot put it down.
No, not enjoyable.
and what, dude? And just to, and this was for the King of Violence belt, which is actually a perfect belt for
Perry to have.
Lad Mike Perry. Like, he is absolutely the King of Violence. It's so perfect.
That's awesome.
But anyway. Then I went on a little dive on his older BKFC fights. He's undefeated. He's like 5-0, 6-0.
4-0, I think it was.
Yeah, 4-0. So his first one was against Julian Lane, which I really love our boy Lane. He was on the one season of The Ultimate Fighter where he got all drunk and wanted to fight some dude and they held him back and he was like, "Let me bang, bro." I do remember that. That became his nickname, dude. So he's in BKFC with "Let me bang, bro" on the front of his shorts.
Oh, hell yeah.
He fights Mike Perry, dude. They're two pit bulls. It's so perfect. This was the best matchmaking. They're absolutely just two savage pit bulls going at each other. And you know what, dude? I watched the fight twice in a row, and I don't know who fucking won, God damn it. If anyone other than those savages was on the other end of that beating on either side, they would have quit. But those two dudes are so fucking tough. They're just no, fuck you, dude. We're going to keep going. Anyway, so they give it to Perry because he was the UFC star just coming into BKFC. It made sense to pump him up.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, yeah. So he won that one. And then the Luke Rockhold fight. I know
he's the guy who beat up Luke Rockhold.
but we got to say it again Luke Rockhold was bigger than him, had more reach, had more experience, had more fights, and he fucking broke his teeth and made him quit. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Okay, so he's the one who beat up Rockhold. That's cool. So he's on a tear.
Oh yeah, dude. He's an absolute beast. And dude, like he's just growing into it. Like I said, like you can't fucking hurt him with punches. It's crazy. Like I don't know what the thing is. Maybe punch him to the body. I don't fucking know. It's like he doesn't. Yeah, like Eddie didn't even make him bleed. Like his face was lumped up and some hematomas and shit, but like he wasn't even bleeding. He just like walked through it and like wrecked him. It was nuts.
Some guys are just built different, huh?
Yeah, dude. That guy's got a lot of pit bull.
He's one of those guys who, like, online when he says, "Dude, when I just see red," like he actually means it.
Right. Exactly. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Chris, anything further to say about this up and coming bare knuckle boxing league? It seems to be doing pretty well, right?
Yeah. You know what's nice about it is the lads are also making plenty of money. Like our boy David Feldman, he seems to be a good egg. He seems to realize that a rising tide floats all boats. And awesome. I don't think he's as greedy as the bald one.
Nice.
Yep.
Getting back to the UFC for just a second, I want to ask you about Covington. It seems to be coming off a couple of losses now.
Yeah, what do you think? Covington, dude, like he can talk shit and he can drum up a fight and he can beat a lot of guys. Like he's an elite gatekeeper, but he somehow stumbles on the championship fights. Like I think Kamaru beat him twice, and then now Leon beat him. So that's 3 losses for a belt, you know? And there's a lot of guys. 170 is a hopping division.
Sure.
There's a lot of dudes
gonna have to go back
nipping
down
at his heels, you know?
So he's got to go back down and earn it again for a while.
I don't know what they'll do. But yeah. Especially like, he lost pretty bad. It wasn't close.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And after all that trash talk, people were really mad about the whole Edwards' dad thing. So not good look for
dude, he
Covington.
always goes full. I think he's a disciple of Uncle Chael. Uncle Chael was a big name in the sport. Because he was great. He's undefeated forever in everything. But that's our uncle. Anyway, so Uncle Chael was such a great shit talker. He got any fights he wanted.
Yeah.
Because he would just make the guy hate him so much that he, and also at the time, no one else was doing that. He was a wrestling fan, so he brought that over from wrestling. Like, the promo was more important than the fight. It was so good, dude. It was the best. And people hated him, and that was perfect because he wanted to play the heel. He was living his WWE dream in the UFC.
That's hilarious.
That's our uncle. He does what he wants.
But
anyway, where I'm going with this is Kobe is copying that motto, which is fine. He's just not as good at it.
He's not. Well, he's got to win it a couple more, it seems like. And he's also getting maybe a little too crazy with being the heel. Who knows?
Yeah.
You got to kind of be funny as a heel a little bit, too.
Yeah, exactly. And it helps when you win, which Uncle Chael did.
Win. Yep. Well, either way, that wraps up our combat sports. I believe 5. We're out here pumping these things out, Chris. Do you have anything to say to these fine folks, Sports by Compion? Do you have anything to say to them?
Oh, yes. As usual, don't Instagram your crimes.
Yeah, don't do that.
And don't do that. And you know what? You should probably just skip doing crimes altogether.
Crime doesn't pay is a saying that's
no, we're not saying that. We're not saying it doesn't pay. We're just saying you should skip it. And we're not offering concrete reasons on why you should. It just don't.
Also, if you're gonna do a crime, maybe don't take your phone with you.
Yes, don't take your phone with you. You're right, because the cell towers will ping you, and definitely don't text about it. Don't text your friends like, "Hey, let's go do this crime."
Don't text your friends. Definitely
don't
not.
Text your friends.
Look out for security cameras.
Yeah, don't take pictures. Basically, if you want to do crimes, just I'll give you some more advice on it.
Yeah, comment on this video. And
we'll give you more advice on crimes.
Yeah, we'll get you some more information. Well, excellent. On that, Sports by Copying out.